You know what's crazy? I think the thing that
him.
put him in this conversation, because I don't even know, he was still young, but he was working his way up. But that control verse,
yeah,
is when him up.
That's what people.
We could let. I don't know how you feel about control. Yeah. I don't know if we ever talked about it. But false. The most overrated verse in hip hop history is Control.
Welcome back to the Takeover Rap Podcast. I'm your homie Red Eye AV and my homie JB.
Yes, sir.
What it do?
Nothing much, man. How you doing?
Chillaxing.
Yep.
All cool. You know, shoots a b-ball. You know, as the flagrant Will Smith says, that's crazy, man. This guy. I ain't gonna even go there.
Legend,
I guess you want to call it that.
Fresh Prince.
Speaking of legend, let's talk about this. I wanted to talk about the God MC, right? This concept, this notion, and really, I want to talk about Kendrick. Is Kendrick the new God MC? That's kind of the main topic. Before we get to that, I want to kind of like give some, I guess, background. Like let's talk about what it takes to be God MC. Let's talk about the first God MC, Rakim. Have you listened to Rakim music at all?
Yes. I was bigger on like actually, yeah, no, Rakim. Yeah. I was thinking of Big Daddy Kane, but no, I listened to Rakim for
I was a big fan, like Paid in Full, Microphone Fiend.
I ain't no joke,
which is hard. Which is crazy. I'm not even sure if it's a punchline in that whole thing. Or at least at that time. But I don't know.
Like, nah.
And
it was just hard.
And do you feel like, so when we talk about this God MC term, is it like the King of the South term where like if you just say it, you are, like, unless it's, you know?
I feel like if you say it and then the other people that the masses would assume is in contention don't disagree.
Right.
Then it is so.
Right.
Right?
Because that's what, yeah.
Right. Like, T.I. said it, right?
Yeah.
I'm the king of the South. Nobody but Flip. Flip gonna say so. Flip wasn't in contention. Flip like Scarface. Scarface said, T.I. can have it.
Right.
Wayne was, I'm the best rapper alive.
Right.
So, like, go ahead. But yeah.
Yeah. Which is crazy about that Wayne bit is because Jay-Z said it the year before. He or a couple years before, right? So Carter 1
that's what Wayne
was
said.
I want to say 05, 06. Right. I could be wrong. But I know that the Black Album was 03.
Right.
And so it was like, you going to say it a couple years after the last person, and then and it was not challenged.
But did he? Yeah, exactly.
Like,
100%.
Yeah. Even Jay, like, you know, I'm going to give it to this dude.
Wayne was.
Yeah. Matter of fact, let's talk about Jay. Jay, do you feel like, so that after Rakim, the next person in line to bring up this phrasing is Jay?
Right.
Did Jay have claims did he have the right to call himself, what gave him the right to call himself that phrase, like that term, that phrase in this time? Because he said that around, since he came in, that's the whole part of his name. Well, since he started calling himself Hov, so coming off of the jiggity jig rap, coming off of that, he like Reasonable Doubt, he was pretty much Hov. Like, why do you feel like he had the right to say that?
Well, first of all, I like comparing like rap to sports because it's a lot of similarities to it. But you gotta have, in order to do it, you gotta have supreme confidence. So even before you are that guy, you gotta say you that guy. Yep. So before Jay was that guy, he was saying because he wasn't, but he actually became it though.
Because like I really think that he thought he was that guy. Reasonable Doubt. He talks about it all the time.
Classic.
Yeah.
Super fire. You wasn't him then. He wasn't him. Because that was one of those ones that you appreciate.
Right.
Years after the fact. Reasonable Doubt at the time.
Right. It wasn't.
I was not checking.
Yeah, I'm like, what's slap on Reasonable Doubt at that time? Because like,
time, right.
This was I think
Mary J.
I mean, because like, a matter of fact, I feel like I should. So you can keep going. I want to look this up.
Right. No, 100%. Even like the next 2 albums, I want to say.
Yeah.
Until Blueprint. You know what I'm saying?
Which is, it's just hard because I feel like so it came out in '96. I'm trying to look at all the albums that came out.
So
in
Big is still around now, right?
Very much. He actually Big died with '97.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, let's right here. Right, all the albums that came out in '96. The Score, Riding Dirty, UGK,
right?
All Eyes on Me, Tupac,
Fire,
AT Aliens,
Fire.
It Was Written by Nas, Hardcore by Lil Kim. Which is crazy, and then also actually the Ice Cream Man, Master P, throw that in there. But I'm missing a couple. Huh?
I said fire. No, P was the man.
No, but like the fact that like all these people were out around this time, right. And he dropped that, and he thought in the Dogfather by Snoop Dogg, dropped that time too. So all that to say is like, yeah, I feel like Jay was very much a speaking into existence kind of person.
Exactly.
And and it panned out for him, to be fair.
Right. It did.
Now that we kind of got Jay out the way, let's talk about the next God MC, if you will. Rap God.
False. Just got that out early. What you got?
For those who don't know what we're talking about Eminem. Eminem, who made a song called Rap God just a few years back.
Right.
And but Eminem's, I would say his case is a little different, right? Rakim called it. Jay-Z called it before he was it.
100%.
Eminem, way after, like later in his career, made claims to it. Do you feel like he had the right to claim that? And why? If not, why not?
Okay, I'll give you this. I feel like he should have claimed that he was a rap god because if you look at his sales, they are godly sales. Yes. Okay?
Diamonds.
Well, I also think false. My God. No.
What part of you feels why you feel like he's blaspheming in hip hop?
I mean, I don't know how to say this. No, I mean, I just don't. I don't. It's kind of hard to explain, but I feel like he had the sales. Yes. Like the last podcast we was talking about these sliders. So one of these rap god MC sliders is sales 100%, right? You gotta be the number. You gotta probably be not the number one guy, but you gotta be top 2, top 3 in sales, right? Yep. But you gotta have other stuff with impact. I'm looking at you. Okay. Bars. I'm looking at you, sir. Like you gotta have these as well. Yeah. The streets gotta, Yes. The streets wasn't saying that. Yeah. I know who was saying it. What you got, man? What you think? I'm curious to think what you got to say, man.
I think I agree with your assessment a lot. I think my thing with Eminem is the fact that when he said it, and he brought up a couple other people in there too, but when he said it, it was kind of like, I don't know. I feel like these other guys took it a little more seriously. Like, I feel like, so when he said it, it was like, first of all, you said this however late in your career, and you're not, like, the song is not even this song is a hard song to listen to. I don't know if you listen to Rap God. Some people think it's great. Some people think, like me, think it's a little much. I think it's a lot of words put together. And I think, like, my thing with Eminem is I think his impact, because it's, I don't want to be unfair to say that your slider, as far as impact goes, can only be in one demographic, right? Because it was mad kids in the suburbs rocking to it. And I'll say, like, I think about Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers LP, Eminem Show, 100%. Even the 8 Mile soundtrack, those have slaps. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, right.
I think the problem is that there were a lot of points in Eminem's career when he was not the one, not the two, not the three.
Agreed.
Like, I feel like he got that for other reasons, for privilege, for 100%. The whole perception of rapping fast.
If you listen to his raps, though, he bring it up in his raps, though.
Yep. Yeah, you're exactly right.
He's compared himself to Elvis. Very similar career trajectories. Okay, very similar career trajectories, man.
And you know what's crazy? And I'm gonna say this too. I'm probably gonna get an Eminem diss song, but I love you, Eminem, man. I respect you, but like I feel like does Eminem get does people allow him to be the rap guy because he made 8 Mile?
That's all I
Like,
was
is
about
that
to say.
it?
Do
Is
y'all
that
want to
the-
really talk about 8 Mile, bro?
Yo, 'cause I
because
feel
this was funny. Because I feel like that's another thing. Like I don't want to say like fear, or like people scared of you, but like back and forth raps and stuff. You gotta have those in your clip as well. Where those at? Where they at?
Well, some people would say
What?
Renegade, him with Jay and him with
Okay.
Royce, because remember there's 2 different versions.
I hear what you're saying.
Some people would say, dang, what other features did he have? He had
I'm
a couple.
saying like rap disses. I heard you diss Britney Spears. That's cool. I also heard you diss Moby. Okay, but where them hitters at though? Where is them killers at though, bro? That ain't it, bro.
Moby?
Yeah.
First
And
of all,
okay, 8 Mile, it was good for its time. I'm not even gonna hate on it.
Yeah.
I might be in the minority on this, but Lotto got him. All right? The man's lost the Lotto. Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like Eminem, he rode that beat well. But Lotto had the bars. He had the punches.
That's what I'm
he
saying.
He had like the setup punches, Like
You don't get no points for beating Falcon with me, bro.
well, that's Papa Doc.
Yeah, exactly. You don't get no points for beating Falcon with me, son. Not at all. Dude.
First of all, beating the new Captain America at 8 Mile is
Phenomenal rapper. Like,
yeah.
the way he rhymes certain words is godly, though. I give him that. He can rhyme words, but what is he saying after that? Like these words that he put together. One episode, if you willing, I would like to just do a Eminem read along.
Yep.
and we really trying to do that.
Oh man.
I'm always ready for one of those.
Look, man, if you're at first,
I believe he had a 2-minute Looking Boy section on that Rap God song.
Yeah, I think that's where the flagrant stuff is for me. I think that Eminem, there are certain people, and Drake is getting into this territory too. So like, there are people that last too long.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, I hate to say it, but like you get to a point where it's like
relatable no more.
Yeah, right. Like that's Drake's line, right? Like. I make so much money, it's not even relatable.
Yeah.
Like, I think...
Which is stuff that he was dissing Hov on.
Right.
About
that's
10
the whole
years
art
ago.
stuff, right? Yo, that's what's crazy because I remember... Yeah, I remember, he made... Was it Tom Ford? Not Tom Ford. Picasso, baby.
Picasso, right.
And he's like... And that's what Jay rapped
we all
on.
doing for the art.
We made it.
That was... No, it was the
the
Lauryn Hill sample. Watch out, watch out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like
Draft day.
Yeah. So like I feel like all of them, Jay, Drake, M especially, who we're talking about now, you just get to a point where you exist too long and your content, your narrative shifts. Like I said, Drake will always have a good narrative. Eminem has a pretty great narrative. Yeah. His story to
I don't know how close it is to the 8 Mile movie, but yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but like I feel like it's too long, and I feel like I don't know. It should be like I feel like whenever Jay drops, everybody's like, oh my goodness. Whenever M drops, I think people are like, okay. Right. Like another one of these.
Still doing that?
Yeah, like you sure you want to? Okay, and so and again, like I don't want to look back. Maybe Rakim had reached that point at a certain point too, or whatever. But like I think there's something to that Rap God bit about longevity and how your image looks over time. That should be looked at, especially like when regarding Eminem. Let's talk about what makes a God MC. What makes the rap god or whatever the case may be. So we had our sliders, but what are some things that put you in this otherworldly category when it comes to hip hop?
I feel like respect.
Yep. Amongst your peers.
Amongst your peers. Like 100%. When Jay was running, everybody knew Jay was running stuff, bro.
It was not even if you didn't like him, it was like
exactly
this guy.
Like
50's similar too in a way, you know.
Well,
he's not
on top,
got MC, but like the same respect.
Straight like that. What you got?
I think discography, man. It gotta live. Oh yeah, it has to live for a long time.
Yes,
because I feel like the quintessential MC. That's just the person who has the right amount of sliders, but the discography is what you do with those sliders. Where you want to land. Again, we just bring up Jay because the thing with Jay, right? It's like Reasonable Doubt was okay. It's a classic, but I'm saying like it wasn't revered at this time. But he took them sliders, pushed it to In My Lifetime, Hard Knock Life, Dynasty, Blueprint, and so for him to be able to like year after year after year, like progressively just become much more great. And Drake is one of those guys too, because he took his sliders from So Far Gone, went to Thank Me Later. It was just like, okay, but then went to, Take Care. And you're like, yo, what? How did you choose to? And even now, that's how it's like, even though he has these albums from the past couple of years, his discography is just so deep that I think you gotta, at some point, you gotta talk about him being a God MC somewhere in those years, somewhere.
Oh, 100%.
But speaking of though, so let's talk. The reason I brought up this whole thing is because, again, we talked about naming and claiming it.
Okay.
And Kendrick has been one of the newest kind of. He's not a new rapper, but one of the newest rappers on this kind of journey to make this claim of this. Do you feel like he's justified in this? If so, yes. If not, why?
Perfect. False. I'm sorry. It had to be said again. No, Kendrick just like Eminem. Yeah, you gotta say it. Okay, what he got? Four. Well, at the time he made it, what he had? Good Kid, Mad City.
Yep.
Classic. The Pimp a Butterfly.
I like it.
I hate it.
That's how most people are with it, though.
Exactly.
That's how most people are.
Polarizing, but a lot of people say it's a classic.
It's Damn right after that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Classic. But in the same way with Eminem, he wasn't. I'll put it this way: he wasn't undisputed.
Yes.
All right. Like, Drake run was during your run, bro.
Yeah. That's my point. That's what I was saying about Drake.
J. Cole existed during your run, bro. Yeah.
The one thing I'll say, okay, man. So one thing I'll say about that's what I was saying about Drake before is that the thing about Drake is you can make that case for Drake.
Yeah.
Even though some people is like MC, well,
I feel like the hardcore backpack would never let
that's
that
what
happen.
I'm saying.
Yeah. But never let that happen.
Right.
It's blasphemous to bring up Aubrey.
Which I think is, I don't know. That's fine. I think there are a lot of red flags there that if you want to go that route, that's fine for you. That's not me. That's not my battle.
That's an old school way of thinking, bro.
But when you think about undisputed, X was a dude in his time. Jay was a dude in his time. Tupac was a dude in his time. That was like, man, we doing what we doing, but this Pac guy, you know what I mean? Like
94 Nas.
Yes.
100%.
94 Nas. Even I would say Wayne, we talked about him,
100%.
Like it was undebate. Like Wayne had Wayne was literally Carter 1, Carter 2. Well, Rise is Carter 1. His feature game and mixing game was crazy. Carter 2, Carter 3, and right before the jail
dedications,
droughts.
Exactly.
And so like it was, even though all those other guys existed, Jeezy, T.I., Jay was still rapping at this time. Yeah. Like all these people existed, it was undisputed. And I feel like with Kendrick, there might be too many people in that 2 and 3 spot. Like, cause even. But anyway, sorry. I didn't want to take over that. But.
No, but right. Because like I said, sales got to be there.
Yeah.
Drake was there.
Drake was there. Like,
I give him impact. 100% respect. I don't know. I can't. I don't like.
I feel like crazy?
I think the thing that put him in this conversation, because I don't even know, he was still young, but he was working his way up. But that Control verse,
that's
when
let's talk about
people,
it.
We could let. I don't know how you feel about Control. I don't know if we ever talked about it.
Yeah,
but False. Okay. The most overrated verse in hip hop history is
man.
Control. I'm sorry, I don't know how you feel about it.
No.
Me,
I'm in that same boat. I've always thought that because like you know who actually has a good quote about this. Who felt the way about it? He was hating. I'm saying this in retrospect, but he was hating. Drake talked about it, right? And it was like, Drake. I might drop the clip, but Drake's like, man, it was a good moment. But
I think I heard
name
this.
me one line from that verse.
Exactly.
And the person was like,
outside of him naming the people names, it was clickbait. The verse was clickbait. It did its job. It advertised.
And you know what it reminds me of? Eminem. It reminds me of Eminem because that's Eminem's. Eminem had skill, no doubt. Yeah, Kendrick has skill, no doubt.
100%.
What the rub that it's kind of like the game in a way too, but the game kind of uses his sliders a little differently than Eminem and Kendrick. Like I'm gonna give Eminem and Kendrick their credit. The game he just abuses his sliders, but like. That whole kind of cloudy, it was a clout chasing thing.
It really was.
And I think, like you said, that the fact that was the thing that people is like, oh.
Yeah. I mean, I know people that will tell you it's the best verse of all time. And to those people, I would say, stop it. Stop it. What are you talking about, bruh?
Yo. Yeah.
Because he rhymed Wale with Drake? I'm not excited. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Yeah, I think. I think all that to say is like I think the thing with Kendrick, he got the discography for me, but I feel like his reign is not undisputed.
100%.
Right, and I feel like maybe that's the thing that needs to, because even like I feel like the thing with 50, and the reason that 50 probably won't have this title for me is that it wasn't undisputed. Matter of fact, you remember Curtis versus Graduation?
Oh, well, yes, I do.
Yeah.
I was very much team Kanye West.
But like, I feel like 50 had it. Get Rich or Die Trying, Massacre. He was, but even Massacre, it wasn't like he was the only person running stuff.
Yeah, no. I feel like he took too much of a break, so he started to lose a little steam, and people still thought he was like the Get Rich. Like Massacre is the one that sold the 1.1 million, but then that one had the chick songs on it. It didn't slap as hard as
and I can't
What
be
Up
mad.
Gangster, you know?
And I can't be mad at it. And that was probably his,
you gotta do that. Yeah,
like if you get rich, you're not gonna make a What Up Gangster anymore. Like you're not gonna now. In My Hood still slaps though. Like that's hard.
That's hard.
Like, but I feel like, but as far as the God MC Rap God thing goes, it's like your reign has to be long and undisputed. Like for whatever period of time.
Yes.
You know, Jay has a few of them stints.
Exactly.
And he has a stint when he came back from with Kingdom Come, and it's like you can't even drop an album around this year.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, so all I have to say is so like yes or no, Kendrick, you got no on Kendrick being a God MC.
I got no.
I think Kendrick needs, I don't know if, I think that time frame is past for him to have done it.
100%. Oh, yeah.
And it's like, which maybe isn't fair, but at the same time, I don't think it can happen. I don't think that he's going to have that. That's not how careers are set up.
I don't even know if he want it anymore.
Yeah, because like that's
how interested is him in rap right now?
Yeah, true.
Like an album every 3 years plus ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, no. And maybe that's not his goal, and that's fine.
Right,
if it ain't.
that's fine too. He's still a phenomenal rapper.
For sure.
Control was trash.
You're right. Good Kid, Mad City was great. Control is not my thing. But I rock with Kendrick. But yeah. But that's the end of the pod. Y'all stay smooth. Peace.